All right, the boss joins me now at the Plasma, and I've got to say, as we look ahead to Friday night, what a contest potentially, although they really disappoint. It is Geelong up against Richmond, so important for a variety of reasons, not least their ladder positions at the moment. It is 3 versus 4. In fact, this is the last time that we'll see two sides in the top 5 going head-to-head. And as I said, Ross, they rarely disappoint, these two sides.
Yeah, mouth-watering clash, Tony. Contrasting styles, both in form. But let's go back, take you back to the prelim final from last year.
Yep.
So having a look at Geelong, missing numerous opportunities. But what we also need to remember on the back of all these missed opportunities, where they could have been maybe 40 points up, no Hawkins, no Duncan, their best and fairest winner. So I think Richmond, they'll be anticipating the clash, but I think they'll be a little bit nervous and informed Geelong with the improvement, career best years out of some players, but yep. Hawkins and Duncan back in particular. So we'll also have a look at the stats, the battle for the time and space, contrasting styles.
Well, this is quite remarkable, because when you look at these, and I know you're going to take us through it, they are poles apart.
Yeah, really simply, and we've done it a little bit, but Geelong are a real control the ball, high disposal team, number 2 in the comp, most kicks, most short kicks. Richmond are the opposite, really low disposal, low kicks. They control it, make you defend. Richmond surge, take ground. And Geelong in particular, not only do they use it well, but they take the time and space off you. They're the number 1 in the comp at restricting opposition kicks. Richmond, you get kicks, but you're under pressure. So even the play-on percentage, Geelong, 16 out of 18. Richmond, top 3. So one's a go quick surge, take ground, put you under pressure. One's methodical and efficient. So ultimately, what does it end up with, the two different styles? Well, Richmond are number 1 in the comp for getting it inside 50, and Geelong are 6. But when they get it there, Geelong, they score 1 in 4 entries, a goal, whereas Richmond are really 1 in 5. So 20% versus 25%. So it's going to be a fascinating. I'm really looking forward to the different styles and bodies flying.
It's interesting that you say when they get it, they're under pressure. They immediately feel as though they're under pressure. This mob are the kings of pressure.
Yeah, well, Geelong are the number 1 pressure team in the company. If you look here, and this has been highlighted numerous, 7 disposals, and Essendon are under pressure. 7 times they get it and they close on them. So where they've really improved, and this is Richmond as well, just pressure the ball carrier. Don't think about anything else, because even if you've got 3 players and you're getting pressured, you can't see them, and then you get the ball back down the field. Particularly in the forward 50, you've got Dangerfield, a Brownlow medalist. You've got Hawkins. They really get after you with the ball. Richmond are number 1 in the comp, or number 2 after the Bulldogs, taking it from one end to the other. So which game style is going to come out on top? It's going to be a fascinating game.
Tom Hawkins, he's coming good. He's coming so good at the right time of the year. Geelong supporters up and about. Who gets him?
Well, he's lean, he's aggressive. He's the number 1 mark in the forward 50. 11 more marks than anyone else in the comp. And that Grimes is going to be back available. Is it going to be Noah Bolter? But what won't happen, we'll have a look at some vision of Tom Hawkins against Essendon. And against Port Adelaide, if you look at that, that's Hurley. He's playing front position. The modern vernacular is assertive to the ball. But then he tries to slip around. Tom Hawkins just pushes him out of the way. Port Adelaide tried that, he kicked 6. The other thing they'll do is isolate him in the pocket. If that's Richmond, those 2 players are third up, jumping all the way in the tom. So I think they've got the mechanisms to deal with it. But if they don't help and you don't put pressure on the ball carrier, Tom will kick a bag.
2 of the most celebrated midfields in the competition as well, and you only need to look at that to that statement to be justified. I mean, look at these names. They're just sensational.
And career best years. Menegola, number 1 wingman in the comp almost, behind Berry on the Gold Coast. Duncan, a BNF winner, and you've got numerous players going through there. Parfitt, but you get Selwood, a fresh Selwood back, and Dangerfield. But arguably the best player in the game, attacking player in the game, Martin set up and his team working for him. Cochin, as hard as there is, great leadership. But often as a coach, I'd say it's won and lost in the midfield, and this tells you why. Lambert, incredible runner, helps Martin play his best. And then Shai Bolton, I think he's the most exciting mid in the competition almost for mine. I've loved seeing him play. And then the real workers on the wing. McIntosh just goes up and down all day. So it's going to be won and lost in the midfield, and their coaches will be putting on the midfield, you need to deliver for our forward line and our defence.
Don't look at that, I'm going to ask you. Don't look at that, right? Because you've made some pretty compelling cases for both. Who goes in as favourites?
For mine, Geelong.
Yeah.
Geelong are in, I think, best form. Richmond, a couple of their best players out. Prestia still to come in, Ashby to come in. And I think they've got big improvement in it. It wouldn't surprise me if Richmond get up, but I think Geelong will want to knock them over and say, we're the real deal here.
For self-belief. OK, what about St Kilda and West Coast? Cannot wait for this one.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of noise around about the outs for West Coast. They're saying 7 or 8 in Simpson's press conference today out of their best 22. I think St Kilda, dog hungry. I'd love to see the Saints make the finals. I think they've got the opportunity. They need to take it, St Kilda.
What do they need to seize on? Because obviously playing away from home is a big factor for them. They've got quite a few out.
Yeah, well, it wasn't when they won the flag, so everyone makes a lot of noise about that. But I think the hub's been a challenge for them. But their midfield's been slaughtered. No Yo, no Shuey, no Sheed. St Kilda's midfield needs to stand up with those players out.
You're good. They said to me, wait until you see Ross the boss.
Oh, I don't know about that. There was a few little murmurings tonight. I didn't like the performance. But
yeah, look,
Failures feedback, TJ.
We'll go through it later. I mean, it's still better than what Nathan probably would have done. But anyway...